Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the Dreadhead Monster. We would like to welcome you back. I'm so used to saying we. I would like to welcome you back to the Weekend Report. First of all, Merry Christmas. Whatever holiday that you're celebrating, we appreciate you watching us over here at Coalition of Culture. As always, you're our major plus to what we do. So we appreciate y'all. Now, let's get into the sports. Uh, the rich keep getting richer. I know you hear me say that a lot, but the last time we were here, we were talking about the Dodgers. They pulled off something incredible again. Not only did they sign Otani, but I got to work on these Japanese names. Mato decided to join the Dodgers late Thursday night. This is another thing that came into play by Otani deferring most of his payments. It allowed them to sign more free agents and pay the people that was on the team. So this is a major plus to him deciding to defer a lot of that money, and it gets him a pitcher to help out the team, in which he won't be able to because he won't be pitching to 2025. So I think we will be hearing about the Dodgers a little bit more as we continue to do this, because they just became a World Series contender. So shout out to the Dodgers, and I know it's getting scary for the rest of the league. So let's keep it going. NBA, the return of Ja Morant. As we're watching this, they could either be 2-0 or 3-0. I believe they played last night. They haven't lost a game since his return. He hit a game winner. It's a good thing to see Ja Morant back. I hope, a lot of the things that he was going through, are pretty much over, so he can continue his success with the Memphis Grizzlies. Can they make the playoffs? So when you're watching this, they're either 8-19 or 9-19. So that will be an uphill battle. But I will say this, a lot of teams kind of tail off after the All-Star break. So that could be where they make they push and possibly become a play-in team, because they're now a 10 team. So I could see them being one of those 10 teams. Anthony Edwards, I kind of put this on the notes just to let people know that we saw what was going on. The Timberwolves released a statement over the text messages that were released about the baby situation. So that will lead to the question at the end of the show. So I do have a question posed to you guys at the end of the show that kind of locks all of this in or brings it together. Bendard teaches Wemby hockey. The number one pick meets the number one pick. This was not important, but this is the first time I've ever noticed this being done. So they got to switch jerseys when the Spurs and the Bulls played the other night. Both young guys with promising careers, so shout outs to them both. I know that was a cool moment. Like I say, I don't know if I've ever seen that, in the last few years, where the number one picks get to meet each other. So shout out to both of those guys, and hopefully they have the long best career that both organizations have for them. So the Lakers hang the first in-season banner is a flag. What the fuck? We'll keep this short. I'll keep this short. If anybody else won that damn in-season tournament, they would have hung a banner. It is a part of the NBA. It is something that is continuously going to go on. So I don't see, what's the point of not hanging it up if you're going to celebrate it. So you did all of that for a tournament. So at the end of the day, somebody winning it should be celebrated. It just so happened that LeBron will be the first person to win it, and the Lakers. So yeah, there will be a little bit of scrutiny on how they decide to, celebrate it. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, especially when it comes to being LeBron James in this NBA. So still shout out to those guys for pulling that off. I guess we'll hear about more about that in the upcoming weeks. Brock Purdy can make history among a group of elite Mr. Irrelevance. This would be the first Mr. Irrelevant, I have seen in MVP contention, leading a team on a national level and becoming a star. If you're not hip to what Mr. Relevant means, that is the last pick of the NFL draft. Some elite players, like they said, have come out of that position, but I think this will be one of the first who would be in MVP contention. So shout out to Brock and 49ers. Rashard Mendenhall, I thought this was funny. He believes that the Pro Bowl should be turned into the all-white versus the all-black bowl. And Barstool had some time on their hands, which I wish I did. And I would have made these teams and played Madden 24 to see which team came out. Maybe we can put some footage of this up, but I'm not sure if we'll get flagged or not. So maybe I can put up some of the footage on the Instagram page. The black team ended up winning by 12 points. I'm not sure what the final score was, but like I say, I'll get some of that footage up for you. Randy Moss, and some of the things that we like to hear going around different Mount Rushmores. Randy Moss decided to do his Mount Rushmore of wide receivers. It would be him, Terrell Owens, Jerry Rice, and Calvin Johnson. I see nothing wrong with his list, and I challenge everybody in the Coalition of Culture page and 100 Sports page to try to go see if you could find another one that's better. A.J. Brown feels like Monday Night Football should be eliminated, which I don't think it will be because it is a cash cow. But one of his reasons for stating that players will always need more recovery time, and that's something that's been talked about for years, like even with the Monday night games, Thursdays, that leading into maybe only a couple days, where they get prepared to play another Sunday. So I think that will always be an ongoing conversation. Do I think it's going anywhere? Nah, not at this point. So playoff implications, like we got to talk about this throughout the next couple weeks, probably 3. Bills and the Dolphins are fighting for their division, so are the Cowboys and the Eagles. Right now, respectively, the Dolphins and the Cowboys are leading their divisions, but the way that the season is set up in the last couple games, a lot of probability has the Eagles and Bills both winning their division. So you got to play the games to see. Like last week, I'll put up the standings. Not much has changed in the NFC, so we shall see as the weeks keep climbing down. Now, the last question that I wanted to pose to you guys before I got out of here, I want to say this right because I've already posted it, so give me 1 second. Does the NFL value its young players more than the NBA? And as you heard me say, Ja Morant just returned. Anthony Edwards is going through his saga like the same thing that Zion was going through. Some of the names that you never hear versus that in football would be some of the young quarterbacks. Tua, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes. So again, my question to you is, and we're going to deal with this for a couple weeks. I only got a few answers, so I feel like I should keep it going. Does the NFL value its young players more than the NBA? That's a serious question. But as always, I appreciate you guys for watching We Coalition Culture as a whole. Shout out to the guys. Shout out to Bent. Shout out to Mike and Brian. Hopefully we'll see you guys all in the new year. Appreciate you guys for always watching. Enjoy your holiday. I'm out.